In 2010, when the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians purchased 1,400 acres of Santa Ynez ranch land, commonly known as Camp 4, the goal was to use the land primarily to build homes for tribal members and their families. The tribe got one step closer to accomplishing that goal when the Pacific Regional Office of the Bureau of Indian Affairs issued a notice of decision in late December 2014 to place the Camp 4 land into federal trust. The notice of decision is one of the final steps in the administrative process of placing land into federal trust. The topic of placing land into federal trust is often a controversial subject, particularly in areas where tribal sovereignty is not understood and tribal governments are not recognized, areas like Santa Barbara County. Before the BIA's 36-page Notice of Decision document was even issued, the Santa Barbara County Board of Supervisors voted to enter litigation to appeal the BIA's decision. Joe Armendariz, Executive Director of the Santa Barbara County Taxpayers Association, talks about the county's decision to file an appeal.
The county simply can't afford litigation in almost any situation, let alone litigation against one of the most dynamic economic assets that we have in Santa Barbara County. And so the Taxpayers Association has consistently opposed the county's anti-tribe posture. Irrespective of what the tribe wants to achieve or pursue, they can always count on the county to put up as many roadblocks as possible, oftentimes going into a litigation posture, which is not a good deal for the county taxpayers, and it's certainly not a good deal for the county economy in general.
Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians Tribal Chairman Vincent Armenta said he wasn't surprised by the Board of Supervisors' decision to file an appeal, especially given that the board has voted against anything tribal-related in the past. But he was surprised by the reasons the board gave for filing the appeal. The county's appeal alleged that the Pacific Regional Office of the BIA erred several times over and didn't adequately consider the tribe's need for land. However, Chairman Armenta said that the BIA was thorough in its research before issuing its notice of decision. 8 factors were considered by the BIA in formulating their decision, including need for additional land, proposed land use, and impact on state and local governments' tax base. The fact that the county is entering litigation is neither rational nor fiscally responsible.
In this particular instance, where the county, through Supervisor Farr's office, has initiated litigation, is costing taxpayers directly. And those are general fund dollars. Every dollar that is spent on litigation in the county is a dollar that can't be spent on fire, on police, on parks, on planning, on code enforcement. These are finite dollars. And I'll tell you, as somebody who watches the budget, participates in the budget hearings every year, every dollar counts. And so to be squandering general fund money on litigation against an entity that is trying to do positive things for the community is a perfect example of a fundamental failure of leadership.
All too often, certain county supervisors appear to place their personal agendas ahead of what's in the best interest of the county. It begs the question, wouldn't it be better to partner with the tribe rather than fight the tribe?
The reality is that the economic impacts and the economic benefits to the county treasury by virtue of what the tribal operations create is substantial. And if we had different leadership and if we had a different mindset, one that was conducive to forming strategic partnerships between the two entities, it could be a tremendous positive economic benefit for the entire county.
Regardless of the county's appeal or the appeals filed by local tribal opponents, the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians remains confident. The next step in the process will be a review and ultimate decision by Kevin Washburn, Assistant Secretary of Indian Affairs at the United States Department of the Interior. Eventually, the tribe hopes to begin building homes for tribal members and their families on Camp 4 land. It will be an opportunity to create a vibrant tribal community where Santa Ynez Chumash ancestors once flourished.